up, man?
Hi Jerry, how are you?
Good, man. How you doing? You guys okay?
Yes, cool.
All right, man. Let's hit this. So you ask the questions. You ask the questions, and I fucking shoot. That's it.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
Excellent. So I'll start from where I know you, right? So the first time that I heard of you and your band members is through Junkyard Grove, and it was way back in 2007 or 8. I'm not sure. I think one of those 2 years. And at that point of time, your Facebook page had less than 1,000 likes. So I'm very happy to say that I'm one of the first 1,000 to like your pages.
Well, 1,000, first 1,000. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So So the earliest videos that I've seen of you is from the MTV Launchpad, where like there was a couple of minutes of introduction of you guys in a car, right? So before we get to that point, we just want to know, like, is music something that you really want to do from a very long time, or was it just like, you know, you were just playing it and then you like sort of formed a band and then it just kept going on and on?
No, I've been playing music since I was 5 years old. As in, I started off as a singer because my mother was a singer slash piano player. So she got me inspired, and apparently since I was a kid, I've always had music in me. You know, so I was always playing on things. I was singing, blah, blah, blah. And then they put me in the choir, and I got in the choir. And then I started doing singing competitions at Sunday school. That's what we call it. It's like a church thing. So we used to always go to Sunday school, and we did a lot of that. And singing competitions, and I kept winning and blah, blah, blah. And then I picked up the drums when I was 9 years old because I saw my cousin play on somebody else's drum set, and I was really like shocked because I suddenly felt like I could be a drummer, and then I started playing drums, and that's how I began. And ever since then, it's always been my main dish and not my side dish. My dad always made fun of me when I said I wanted to do music. He'd always be like, why do you want to do music? Music is not your main dish, it's your side dish. It's your gravy, the rice and the chicken or the meat or the main gravy is the main. What you have on the side is just like, you know, like achar, like pickle, you know, that's it.
Yeah.
He always made it sound like that. And yeah, but I've been a rebel with a cause for many years since I was 9. So I decided that nope, I would not become an engineer. I would not become a doctor. I would not become a pharmaceutical executive.
Yeah.
I would not become a lawyer, although I think I should become a lawyer though. Yeah, I just chose music and arts, man. Anything to do with creative arts, and I've been a part of it. So music has always been it from the start.
Yeah. So you've been playing drums, you've been singing, but the question is like, how did you guys form the band? And like, was it like when you did form the band, did you guys think that, you know, we can go mainstream or we could do like lots of stuff rather than just being limited to a couple of places?
Like before you go to band, can you like tell us how do you guys meet? Like before forming a band, how do you know each other and how you end up knowing each other?
Yeah, I can tell you the story. So I knew Sid was studying at the SAE and I was studying at the SAE in Chennai, and I saw him there, and I went up to him and I asked him because I remember that he was playing with this band in Chennai called Powder in the Ashtray. And they were like a really, really good band, a bunch of great musicians and excellent stage presence. Like they were fucking tight, man. They were good. And before that, I did engineering for 2 years in this university in Chennai called KCG. It's a part of the sister concern of Hindustan College. I did 2 years there and I quit. And I was just like, nope, not for me. And then I left, and then I formed this band called Rustic Asylum, which was pretty much like a System of a Down cover band. We did everything we played was System of a Down. And then we went to Sarang. It happens in IIT Chennai.
Yeah.
We went to Sarang, and there a friend of mine introduced me to Amit. And Amit said that he would talk to me, we could meet pretty soon and that I could start playing in his band, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, cool. And then we went and we met up, and then nothing happened. He, you know, as being Amit, says one thing, does another thing. He did that, and then after that, I think they tried to form a band. I don't know. There was a story about a coup, being created.
Nice.
He was trying to overthrow. He was trying to kick out the singer from Powder in the Ashtray, and the Powder in the Ashtray band became Junkyard Grove. Something like that kicked up, and then I was just like pissed off. I was like, "What the hell is this, man? This guy told me that he'll call me, and he did." And I was just trying to be like, I was fresh from Dubai, I just came from Abu Dhabi, and I was there, and I didn't know anybody, and I was just trying to get my way around. And then the Unwind Center happened. There was a place in Chennai called Unwind Center, which was like the hub for musicians and artists and stuff like that, which also functioned as a church on Sundays, which was kind of weird, but it is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. And right after that, I think Siddharth came to a show and he saw me and he was just like, "Shit, man, that was some pretty fucking hot drums, dude." I was like, "Thanks." And then bam, we just became, we started talking and friends. And then one fine day, I get a phone call from Mummy in the middle of the night when him and Sidhu were drunk. And they called me and I was drunk. And then they were like, "Where are you at? You need to come here now. Let's meet. Let's talk." And I went there, and then the first thing he said was, world domination. Like we gotta take over the world. And I don't know, man. That's how it happened. And then I roped in my bass player, Craig. He used to play with me in another band. So I got them to.
Yeah.
I introduced him to the band, and then bam, we just started making music. We were practicing, like, I don't know, man, like 10 hours a day, dude. 10, 12 hours. We were in this small fucking shed, this tiny ass shed Siddharth had as an outhouse. We used to go in Besant Nagar. We used to go to this tiny shed, which was probably really bad for your health because I think there was mold in it. Like so much of it was probably bad for your health, but we were in there 10 hours a day, man, crunching music every fucking day. Yeah.
And
that's
no
how we
neighbors to complete?
Sometimes neighbors complain, but he kind of made it soundproofed. So it was soundproofed to some extent.
That's good.
And the drum kit, man, bro, let me tell you something. Then the drum kit, I'm not even joking. The number of times I thought I was going to die from tetanus was beyond any reasoning. That entire drum set was just, I don't know, man. It was some makeshift something from some really small, like, fancy store or something. It was pretty bad. Yeah.
So after that, your band was formed, and how this band came to MTV? I'm sorry.
Band coming to MTV was when was the MTV, man? I don't remember if it was after
2005.
2005.
2005 was
that's
MTV
when the
launch.
video was uploaded.
You're talking about the Launchpad.
Yes.
Yeah, that's VH1,
yes.
right? Or MTV?
MTV Launchpad, right?
It's an MTV Launchpad, I think. The one that happened in Hard Rock Cafe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just applied, man. There was this thing online, like, it was on Orkut or somewhere, like someone got a message at that time. And Amit was always the guy who was, he was really good at, like, being social. Like, he had a presence online. Like, he always knew how to be social media, like, daddy. He owned that territory. Like, he knew it. Regardless of what people say about him and all of that bullshit, he's a fucking showman. He's a stuntman and a showman. He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to pull an audience, and like, he communicates with them. He always believed in communicating with the fans and always talking to them. And he always kept telling us, "You guys should be involved. You guys should be involved." And we were just like, "Yeah, man, no, fuck that. I just want to see chicks." That's what we did. We just want to smoke blunts and, like, drink alcohol and just go hang out with chicks. That's all we wanted to do. Yeah, and we liked the whole performance. Like, we were more like the musicians, we would like to play in the band. And we're playing in a band. And so we did that.
You guys made it to the finals. So yeah.
We made it to the finals. Yeah, we did. Yeah. We did. And I don't know.
But you guys
I don't
never
know what
competed.
really happened. No, we didn't complete it. Yeah, man.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
I tell you what. I tell you why. Yeah, okay. Because we didn't want to complete that show because we were under contract.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
like got a contract or something.
Okay.
Out of,
By the
like,
way,
from
by the
Dubai?
way, by the way, we did not compete. I think MTV Launchpad was 2007.
Was it?
It was not 2005, man, because we went to Dubai already. So we went to Desert. We went to Desert
Ah,
Rock. Amit applied for us
yeah.
at Desert Rock,
Right.
and that's my
And you guys
hometown.
opened for Megadeth. And you guys
We
opened for
opened-
Megadeth.
We opened for Megadeth. We opened when we played Desert Rock Festival. We played the competition first, and we won the competition.
Yeah.
We competed against like I don't know, like 30 odd bands from all over the fucking Middle East, North Africa, and Asia. So we competed
That's-
against 30 bands, and we beat all of them, and we
That's-
made it to the final, and we won the show. And then the deal was that we would get a record contract with Creative
Yeah.
Kingdom, which is a label based in the US in LA, and they had an office in Dubai. And
Okay.
they were trying to do music and trying to get us into the game, and we won that. And then we went to Dubai and we played for Desert Rock Festival, where we opened for Megadeth, for Iron Maiden, Prodigy, Incubus, Stone Sour, Corey Taylor from Slipknot. He has another band called Stone Sour. We did that. Prodigy, Robert Plant and the Strange Sensations. Man, I don't know. Fuck, Mastodon, shit, In Flames. Yeah, man, we met a lot of people at that festival. It was such an eye opener. Like, you know, to be from a town in South India, and then you just, you know, head on over to Dubai, and then you just see all these superstars,
Yeah.
and you're just hanging out with them. You just grew up listening to these motherfuckers, and then now you're here. So.
Did you get a chance to speak to Robert Plant?
Yeah, no, actually, no.
I'm just.
I never spoke to Robert Plant, but I did meet somebody else. But you know, that's the next half of the story.
Yeah, that's true.
Many years later, I moved to Dubai, and I played with like 3 of the biggest bands in Dubai. And one was Juliana Down, and one was Bufang Zoo, and then I session drummed with many artists, and I traveled the world with them. I went. Layla was this Iranian Australian girl. Samantha Tring was this British girl, singer that I worked with, and then we traveled. So there, with Juliana Down, we opened for huge acts, man. We opened for like Earth, Wind and Fire. We opened for Kings of Leon, and at the Kings of Leon opening concert, there was a guy who was sitting backstage, and he just screamed. I'm just saying this because you asked me if I spoke to Robert Plant. But I didn't.
Yeah.
But and there was a guy who screamed saying, "Hey, good drums, man!" I just looked back. I was like, "Thanks, bro." And I walked past, and I had to pause for a minute and turn around and look at him. It was fucking Jimmy Page, dude. Jimmy Page said that, and I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" And I had to walk up to him, and I was like, "You didn't say that, did you?" And he was like, "Yeah, I watched you play, man. You were like, wow." And I was like, "Holy shit!" And he's like, "You know me?" And I was like, "Who the fuck doesn't know you?" Like, and I had a photo with him. It's on my Instagram and everything. One of the biggest moments in my life, meeting Jimmy Page. And he doesn't drink anymore apparently, so he had a cola and I had a few beers. I just sat down right next to him, you know, on the floor, while he sat on a couch and just listened to words of wisdom from a man who's seen it all and done it all.
Anything that he said to you, like something that you remember?
Yeah, he just told me that Robert Plant was a cunt. I asked him how it was to be in the band, and he's like, "Man, John was like, you know, spectacular, man. He just knew, man. Like, he just knew a lot of things." And I was like, "How was it working with Robert?" And he was like, fucking cunt." That's all he said. So I guess it's a thing, man. Yeah. Anyway, you were saying?
Yeah. So I think we skipped a few years. So we should go back a few years. So like,
Go back.
yeah, you went with the band, you played a lot of places. You guys performed for a very long time. And I think in 2010, you guys left the band. And I think you started your own band at that point of time. Right?
No, I didn't start my own band. I didn't start a new band. I was already playing with another band called the Extramentals. I was also playing with Sanjeev T and the Rainbow Bridge. I was playing with them also. But then what happened was politics, you know, we were unhappy with the way Amit was working. And Amit was just, he just got too drunk and or didn't care, and then we didn't like the quality of music, and plus, you know, it affected everybody. It's not just Amit's fault; it was my fault also. Like I was prioritizing other things than Junkyard Grove, and I don't think one person's to blame there. Yeah, so it just became like that. Like I had to change. We all just grew apart, man. It was getting really tough. A lot of stuff came in, politics, you know, unnecessary bullshit, like every band has to go through. And I think, but the best part of it all is that even now, like, you know, so many years later, after the band disbanded and everything ended, we're still fucking great with each other. Like we still talk to each other, and you know, there's definitely a certain amount of love there for each other. Like, you know, we were the best. Like when we played together, I still miss that. I still, so many times when I listen to some Junkyard Grove songs, or someone tags me in a video or sends me a snap, you know, at a party listening to Junkyard Grove songs, I'm like, God damn it. And then I always think about, you know, maybe there should be a reunion. Like just one show. I ain't going to leave Norway. I'm going to live in India. I can't do that. I have a kid. And Craig can't do it either. But, you know, one last hurrah, like, you know, before we, you know, self-explode or self-combust, one last hurrah. We just go around India and play like big gigs as a reunion tour, and just, man, just have fun. But Amit's doing his stuff. I'm doing my stuff. Siddharth's doing his stuff. Craig's doing his stuff. It's good, man. Everyone's doing well. So I'm happy for that.
If the industry could do it, you could too, right?
Every band, every good thing has to come to an end at some point. Only thing was our time was then. Just had to come to an end. Just ended. People had different ideologies, and people had different things to do. And Craig was, I had a joke. I was just saying that Craig was, you know, in a baby factory. He's just making babies all the time. So I was like, what the hell? He's never available, man. He's always gone. So yeah, but it was cool, you know. He had the most to do, man. He traveled like close to 25 to 30 kilometers, man, to come for rehearsals. It's insane.
That's dedication.
He did that religiously. He's the hardest worker he was the hardest worker in the room.
Somebody who travels 25 kilometers automatically gets the hardest worker
fucking do the job,
in the room.
Better fucking do the job. Yeah. And he was the best. We fit like a glove, man. Like we were really good together. We worked hard at it too.
I think the best song that I liked in the initial 11v11 album was Rock and Roll, because it had the live music vibes. And was it Sid who did the intro? Like, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or...
That is all of us. That is all of us.
Yeah?
I was the guy who said, I don't know if I said, I was the guy who said, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And then Amit was like, Amit was like, we are something, I don't remember what he says.
Ladies and gentlemen, and those who are still confused about it, welcome to Junkyard Grove.